Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Cotman Ave. It's time for an update for Philly on what we're doing here with the I-95 project. As you know, Governor Shapiro tasked PennDOT and me and our partners here in the building trades and Buckley and Company and city officials to get this project done as quickly as possible. And we were so proud to be able to deliver the temporary roadway in record time and get those 160,000 vehicles back flowing on 95, 3 lanes in each direction. We've had wonderful collaboration with all parties involved, again with the building trades and Buckley and city officials, PennDOT and our consultants. Everything's worked smoothly, and we're proud of what we delivered so far. I'm happy to report that the temporary roadway that was constructed on the recycled glass aggregate has worked perfectly. It's tested on a regular basis for settlement, and it hasn't moved 1 iota since the day we installed it. Today, we set the last of the 8 100-foot beams that will hold the 2 bridges for the northbound and southbound on either side of the temporary roadway. Those beams were fabricated by High Steel, a Pennsylvania company in Lancaster, and we're thankful for the efforts of the folks at High Steel for the delivery of these 8 beams in a record time, considering the supply chain challenges that exist across the country. So now that the beams are installed, Buckley can go about constructing the 2 bridges. And that will happen in the usual way as we construct interstate bridges across the state. And I'm happy to report that we expect these 2 bridges to be completed this fall so that we can move the traffic from the temporary roadway onto the 2 new bridges and then begin the deconstruction of the temporary roadway and the construction of the final structure that will constitute the replacement of the entire I-95 structure that existed prior to the accident. We've determined, along with our folks with the Philadelphia Water Department, that some of the structures under Cotman Ave were damaged as a result of the fire. And so once we remove the recycled fill material, there's going to be some work that's going to need to be done to repair the underground facilities, again, as a result of the fire. And that will be done as quickly as possible so that we can get Cotman Ave reopened. During the construction of these bridges, there will be modest and temporary inconveniences related to the traffic movement as we construct the 2 bridges. We'll do it as much as we can in the nighttime hours. And of course, we will stay away from having those kind of delays during the rush hours on weekdays. I want to thank the men and women of the building trades who have worked 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, and they will continue to do that after Labor Day weekend. As we progress to the completion of these 2 bridges, there will be times when their 6-day, 10-hour work week will be expanded because of the need to get more done, and there'll be possibilities will be contracted a little bit if we are in a phase where we need to have some curing of concrete and so on. Our federal partners continue to support us. The folks at FHWA have been nothing but helpful in this effort. As everybody knows, the FHWA has complete oversight when it comes to the interstate highway network. And so we are thankful for the continued support of the FHWA. The city of Philadelphia deserves wonderful credit, the mayor's office and all the folks that work for city government in Philadelphia, and the people of Philly and Southeast PA who have tolerated the inconveniences that were the result of the accident and the minor delays that we have as a result of the construction here. I am personally thankful to the people of Philly and Southeast PA for all that they have done for the advancement of this project to where we are now. And so I'm going to turn it over to Mayor Kinney for his comments related to this project, and will be available afterward for any questions folks might have. Mayor Kinney.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to be back here with Secretary Carroll and all of you to witness the incredible progress these construction crews have made here in such a short amount of time. It's been said before, and I'll say it again, and I'm proud to say it. The Philadelphia building trades are the best in the world. The extraordinary speed and skill we continue to see at every step of this project is truly inspiring. Your city thanks you with our whole hearts. Today marks an exciting, important step towards the permanent reconstruction of the bridge. The coordinated response to the I-95 collapse showed the country the strength and skills of businesses and workers, as well as the power of local, state, and federal government to get a job done. And I want it to be clear, this is not easy. This is hard work. but we have made great progress thanks to a clear shared goal, because we all know the impact this bridge has on our city and region, and the importance of getting the job done quickly. This project has shown us that we can do big things, and our success here is a testament to what we can accomplish when we work together at every level. And I know we will continue to do big things together as we repair and improve our infrastructure through funding from President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law and Governor Shapiro's historic investment in Pennsylvania infrastructure in the bipartisan budget. We are grateful, of course, that Governor Shapiro has shown in a very short time what a great governor he's going to be. Lieutenant Governor Davis, PennDOT, and all of our local, state, and federal partners who have provided tremendous support to keep traffic flowing and keep commuters safe while we rebuild the class portion of the I-95 overpass. Thank you all again. I look forward to returning when we have completed the permanent structure. And now I want to turn it over to one of the most dynamic construction CEOs and presidents we have in our region, Rob Buckley at Buckley Construction.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's an honor and a privilege to be here today. I also will be speaking on behalf of the building trades here at Philadelphia. Ryan Boyer, our district council president, will be unable to attend. Just to make things clear, what is the building council and who involves that? It involves the laborers, the operators, the teamsters, the carpenters, the structural ironworkers, the rodmen 405 that tie the bars, and also the bricklayers. And like the mayor said, these are some of the finest individuals that you could ever have or hire in this area. I'm proud to be a union contractor here in Philadelphia. I was the one that was lucky enough to get the call from Howard Windish, the PennDOT individuals, the morning that the tanker fell. The sad part of this event, someone lost their life, Nathaniel Moody, which we do have a fundraising for his and his family going on as we speak. It's the interesting part of this was I did get the call. I came out immediately. We put a plan together. PennDOT, I don't think they get enough credit. Harold Windish, Din Mabazi, and Lou are probably the finest engineers, and they're joining us here today, and many, many other people. Why did we get it done so fast? We got it done so fast because there's a lot of trust between our organizations and whatnot, especially the Buckley people with PennDOT people, the feds, the local, the great Josh Shapiro, our mayor, Mayor Kinney, and of course Mike Carroll, who never left this project or my side to assist us in pulling this off so fast. We will continue to work in Philadelphia. I'm very proud of the Buckley organization and all the people that you see behind me that are represented. These are some of the hardest working people. This work is hard. There's no doubt about it. I want to correct one thing that Mike Carroll said. We're not working 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. We're working 7 days a week in critical items. So our guys haven't had a day off in a month now. So to say we are not going to be working Monday, we will not be working Monday as far as that goes. This is hot, heavy, hard work. They call it heavy highway work because of that reason. I'm certainly proud of our organization. I'm proud of all the support we have. I can honestly say we've done many, many of these emergencies. That's why they called us. We feel we are the finest people in Philadelphia with the support of these gentlemen that you see behind me, the building trades, and all our people that we have. Our supervision, not to mention Benish, one of the finest engineers we have that actually help us support and do a lot of the backup work, Schnabel. There's hundreds and hundreds of people that I just happen to be lucky enough to be the quarterback on this at this particular time. But many, many people, too many to mention here and thank at this particular time. But in closing, we'd like to thank everyone and your support. Please bear with us. We are working very diligently. Just to bring up a point, the beams that you look behind us, normally when we put it in order, take between 9 and 12 months. We were able to pull that off with the help of everyone mentioned. Actually, it's 2 months. So they built these girders that you see behind us in 2 months. It's almost unprecedented, unheard of to get that kind of turnaround and cooperation. But the cooperation, the trust, and whatnot, good decisions, quick decisions, and that's why this job was successful with the support of everyone, and it will continue till we get this thing completed. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
I'd like to note the presence of Senator Dillon, Representative Kevin Boyle, Representative Pat Gallagher, and City Councilman Mike Driscoll. They're partners. They are partners in this effort on the city level and in the state house and the state senate. And I'm personally thankful to them, especially the House and Senate members, for their efforts to continue the emergency declaration that was needed in order for this project to proceed as it has. So I'll stop there, and if there's questions from the media, I'm happy to take them.
How much do one of these those beams cost?
How much does one cost? Yeah, I'll have to get that for you. I don't know the cost of a particular beam off the top of my head. Anybody else?
Since it was so fast, we can sure of the safety on it.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Does the speed with which it was made suggest any compromise to the safety?
Okay, so the question is, was safety compromised as in an effort to try and accomplish this as quick as possible? Positively not. We have done this project in a safe, efficient manner. The workers have been instructed and have followed those instructions to make sure they follow every safety protocol. And I know that the Buckley team has an on-site safety officer every moment of the day or night when folks are working. So no compromise whatsoever when it comes to safety, whether it was the construction of the original facility or the current work.
Mike, what's the target completion date?
So the target completion date for the two outer structures is this fall. And depending on weather and the availability of all the other materials that we need, concrete and rebar, but we intend to have the outer structures completed this fall. And then the next step after that will be the removal of the temporary structure. We'll excavate that out. We're going to reuse the recycled glass aggregate on another project here on 95 in Philly. So we'll be, a little frugal when it comes to the usage of that material. And then once that's excavated, then the construction of the center bridge will be done concurrent with the repair of the work, the underwater structures on Cottman Ave.
Going forward, the way you did the temporary structure, do you now see that as standard operating procedure in events like this?
What I would say is that every circumstance is unique, and we would consider the recycled glass aggregate if the dynamics of the situation required it. It wouldn't be a default decision in every emergency. Every emergency has different variables, and we treat them all separately.
The way that
Quite happy. As I said in my original remarks, it's been tested with LiDAR since the day it was installed. It hasn't moved a fraction of an inch. The facility is completely sound, and I know there were some skeptics when we first did the recycled glass aggregate. It has worked perfectly, thanks to the folks at Air Aggregate and Eddystone and Archie and his crew. It has worked exactly as we envisioned. All right, folks, have a great day, and thanks for coming out. Reopen. During the construction of these bridges, there will be modest and temporary inconveniences related to the traffic movement as we construct the two bridges. We'll do it as much. I want to thank the men and women of the building trades who have worked 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, and they will continue to do that after Labor Day weekend as we progress to the completion of these two bridges.
Get just on the other side of this fence to get some shots. Make sure you get the autograph. That's what they're going for. The autograph? All right.
I was at the event they signed to that.
Oh, you
That
were
was
there.
cool. Yeah, at High Steel in Lancaster. Yeah, that was
Okay.
neat. Yeah.
silver truck's been there sitting. I don't know if he's washed out.
You gotta understand, there's a lot of
Like the whole world watched.